I am very resilient. I don't think there's nothing that life can throw at me that I can't bounce back from. And I say that because I've always said how much I love basketball. Like, I love it, I love it, I love it. But I also love myself. And if I love myself, I will never give up on anything that I love all the way until the finish line. Like, I'm gonna always finish something. Like, no matter if I have to crawl to get there, I'm gonna finish. It's not about what happens, it's about how you deal with it and whether you get through it. And I'm always gonna get through stuff. Like, I'm never gonna let my situation win. Growing up in Muskegon, it had its best times. There was its up and down just because of, like, it's a low income community, and statistically a lot of kids have great talent, but they don't have the push or the drive behind them to, like, get them to the next level, just because of all the distractions that come with being from a low income community. My family was amazing. It's predominantly women. I grew up around really just my mom, my granny, and my granny's kids. My mom was a single parent of 3. She's very young. We, like, basically grew up together.
Man, I knew that from a very young age that, this girl, she had aspirations to be something great. She's always been hardworking, dedicated. Ever since she picked that ball up, she knew that's what she wanted to do. She's like, I want to play basketball.
My mom, she's amazing. She's the best ever. And she's my rock. Like, she's my drive, my push. She helps me all the time, like, even to this day, like, when things just get too chaotic for me. A lot of people don't know because I'm like, I display myself as, the toughest person ever from my mom, because she's the exact same way. But she's just been in my corner, like, since I was born. She's a woman of ambition, passion. She's very wise. She's young, but she's very smart, because anybody that could have 2 kids in high school and still graduate on time and pursue college I would never be able to do anything like that. But she did, and she raised her kids up.
Coming from Muskegon, having kids young is believed that, your life is over pretty much. Like, they think, oh, she's not going to make it, So I kind of took pride in that, and I kind of instilled that in my kids too. Like, no matter what your circumstances are, it's up to you. If you want to be something, and whatever your dreams are and your aspirations, you can make that. It's in you, regardless of what your circumstances are.
If my mom can come, she's gonna come, whether that's driving, flying, they're gonna make sure they're there. It's actually really killing her right now that for my last season, she couldn't be here. But we were very supportive of each other through hard times. And some of the challenges was her being gone, and she couldn't make it to some of my basketball games. In the beginning, when I first started playing basketball, that was challenging to me because I was really young. Like, I started playing basketball in 5th grade. So just to be that young and, like, having to go to the games by myself, sometimes my sister would come. Just looking up, you always want your mom to be there, but I knew that when my mom could come, she would be there, and she would be the loudest in the gym and the proudest in the gym. But that was some of my challenges. And just, like, working, like, seeing my friends who have their father and their mother in their life, it was kind of, I wanted that, that was a dream to, like, have both parents. But reality, I didn't, and that was fine because my family is great, and I never needed for anything. I always had everything I needed, so I couldn't complain.
I think, family support is very, very important. If nobody faces there, I prefer for her to see me. At least she knows that I'm there to support her regardless of what's going on. Everybody's always willing to come out and support her. She's had some serious injuries, that, could have broke her spirit and broke her down. So, we just try to gather around that and make sure that we offer as much support as we can.
You never would know, like, if we're struggling or not. As a kid, I never had to, you know, worry about things because my mom, even though she was young, she was strong and wise enough to keep it away from me, to try to steer my focus on what was important to me, which since I've been able to remember, I've always wanted to play basketball, and that was one of the most important things to me.
Spartans score 2.
My freshman year in college was one of my best years ever. It had its challenges because I got hurt. I had exertional compartment syndrome my freshman year. I played through it, finished the year, got surgery, came back from that surgery, feeling great, boom, tears my ACL, December 2017. Came back again, because I'm a fighter, and tore my meniscus. Played the season with a torn meniscus. Got that procedure in 2019, and then January 2020, I tear my Achilles.
It's been like a roller coaster, up and down. I mean, I'm just praying that she has one year where she's completely healthy, because every year it's been rough, one injury after another. And, to keep her spirits up, it's been challenging. But the way Mardrekia, her confidence and her mindset and her spirit just can't be broken. And, I always tell her everything happens for a reason, and you may be first faced with this adversity, but, we can overcome it.
I would say ACL was most painful physically. Achilles was most painful mentally. That was the one that brought me low, like the lowest I've ever been. Mentally, your mind is the strongest thing on your body, and my mind wasn't in it after that. I didn't think I wanted to play basketball anymore. I was so done. And anybody that know me know I'm not no quitter in any way, shape, or form. It's not even an ounce of quit in my blood. So for me to be just saying I'm done, I can't do this anymore, I had to be really low. I didn't want to be around, and I didn't want to go to games, and I didn't want to come to practice. And that's not like me at all, because at the end of the day, I'm a part of a team, and I know that, and I breathe that, and I live that, and I wasn't there. They never was on me too hard to where they were like, Dreka, you need to come to practice or film, or, they kind of just let me go through it, which I really appreciate, because I needed that time. And I think if they would have forced me to be here, it might not have been the prettiest thing ever. But because they gave me that time, I was able to heal mentally. And then when I did come back and I was able to travel, I was all in.
No matter what comes her way, she never backs down. She takes it with a stride, actually, and it kind of makes her want to go harder. Having them at such a young age, and the challenges that we all face, we pretty much grew up together. So everything we went through together, and she's never seen her mom back down, and she's never going to back down.
My mindset coming off this injury is just to come back and be the best I can be. Entering this year, I knew that it wasn't expected. So I love to do the unexpected. People don't expect me to come back. They expect me to sit down and accept the fact that, maybe my body isn't just cooperating. No, I'm gonna be back, and I'm gonna be back really strong. When you realize that it's over, I know you wanna go back. So I don't want to be one of those people that was like, I wish I should have went back and played. I wish I would have worked harder. I wish I would have fought through it. That wasn't what I wanted to be about. I wanted to say I did go back. I did fight through it. I did make it, and I was an impact on my team. Because even though I'm so injury prone, I know just my presence on my team is valued and it's needed. And so just being there, I really think it pushes my teammates, just my leadership, my toughness, and it helps them. And I really think we're gonna be really good because not just of me, but us gelling together and taking little bits and pieces from everybody's personality and putting it all together. It's like a puzzle. And when you put a puzzle together, it's beautiful. And so that's why I'm here. That's the main reason why I'm here. When I look back 10 years down the road at MSU, the main thing I'm gonna remember is my family. Like, at the end of the day, these people are my family here, like from the coaches to the players, to the men's coaches, to the men's players, like to the football players, to the volleyball players. Like, it's family, it's so family oriented, and I don't think they just say that to say it. Like, I actually feel it. Like, I actually feel like these are my family.